Who or what are the Melon Heads? In the American folklore of Ohio, Michigan, and Connecticut, Melon Heads are beings generally described as small humanoids with bulbous heads, who occasionally emerge from hiding places to attack people. Different variations of this legend attribute different origins to these entities, depending on location. Part 1. Ohio. The Melon Heads were originally abandoned children that a scientist by the name of Dr. Crow decided to take care of at his facility in Kirkland, Ohio. While the children stayed at the facility, Dr. Crow performed torturous experiments on them. What gave them the name Melon Heads was when Dr. Crow injected chemicals into their brain, which caused their craniums to grow to abnormally large sizes, which caused them to become mentally ill. After years of abuse, the Melon Heads brutally murdered Dr. Crow and burned down his facility. Part 2. Michigan. The Melon Heads of Michigan are said to reside around Fort Manson. They have been spotted in the southern forest areas of Ottawa County. According to one story, they were originally children with hydrocephalus who lived in an insane asylum near Fort Manson. The story explains that after experiencing physical and emotional abuse, they became feral mutants and were released into the forests near Fort Manson. Part 3. Connecticut. Several variations of the Melon Head myths can be found in Fairfield County. Most instances can be found in Trumbull, Shelton, Stratford, and Monroe counties. There are 2 variations of this myth. Variation 1. Fairfield County was the location of an asylum for the criminally insane that burned down in the fall of 1960, resulting in the death of all of the staff and most of the patients, with 10 to 20 inmates unaccounted for. Supposedly having survived and escaped into the woods, the legend states that the Melon Heads' appearance is the result of having resorted to cannibalism in order to survive the harsh winters of the region, and due in part to inbreeding, which caused them to develop hydrocephalus. According to the second variation, the Melon Heads were descendants of a colonial-era family from Shelton, Trumbull, who were banished after accusations of witchcraft. And the appearance of Melon Heads can be attributed to inbreeding. Part 4. The Aftermath. After the murder of a sadistic mad scientist by the name of Dr. Crow, the Melon Heads decided to inhabit the forest of Crybaby Ridge to survive. The Melon Heads feast on the animals that they hunt down. Because of their hatred for society, the Melon Heads kill and cannibalize anyone that sees them. And to keep a steady population, they have turned to inbreeding, making the offspring even more paranoid. The legend says that the children devised a plan to escape and kill the doctor that abused them. It is said that the children had no place to hide the body, so they cut it in little pieces, which they had hid around Manson. Stories of the Melon Heads have spread all across the region. I will leave this up to you. Is this a myth, or is there truth behind it?